everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am updating my project pan. This is the 9th update in this project, so if you haven't seen the previous videos, I do have the playlist linked down below for you. But otherwise, let's go ahead and jump into this update. This is the final update before the finale, so I will not be rolling in any more products because I just don't feel like there's going to be that much difference between 1 month of usage. So everything that I have is what's going to stay, and if I've used something up, then I'm not rolling something in its place. So that's kind of where we're at since it's the last month, and I don't feel like it's taking more time to roll more products in. So we are going to go ahead and get started, going in the same order as always with our products. First up is my newly rolled in Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Spray. Like I said, I rolled this in last month. I just want to get this used up because I've been kind of letting it sit there unused since I am so low. I just know that with products like these, when I really love them, I tend to let them sit there because I don't want to have to repurchase them and I don't want to get rid of them. So I rolled this in to make sure that I get it used up, and I'm really glad that I did because I found for some reason on the nozzle, it has kind of started spitting. It normally has a really lovely mist, but it's started doing this weird, like, I don't know if it's gotten clogged or what, but it's just starting to spit the spray at me, which I don't love. So I'm ready to get this used up now. Here is where we are at with it. You can see I didn't have much to start with, but I have, I don't know if I've halved it, but I'm right around there. I definitely think that if I use this every single day this next month, I can get this used up. So I'm really gonna push for that. I'm really gonna try to remind myself to use it every single day. I may even use it to wet my eyeshadows and start doing that more. I haven't really been doing that recently, but I may try to start doing that again just to find ways to use this faster because it does need to be used up. So that is the update for this one. I would say that I used it probably 9 days out of 10 this last month, but I don't really remember for sure because I haven't been tracking. So that is where we're at with this one, and hopefully I'll have it used up for the finale. The next product in this project is my bronzer, and that is from my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. I did roll this in last month as well after having used up my NARS Laguna Mini, and I am already kind of surprised at the progress in this. This is where we're currently at with it. I feel like the pan has expanded like a decent amount since last time. I worked on hitting pan in this bronzer in 2021 in my project pan, and I found that it took forever to hit pan on, but I'm finding that it's actually moving pretty decently quick right now. It is my only bronzer left, so I am using it every single time that I put on makeup, but I was using it exclusively when I originally had it in the project to hit pan on it, but now, yeah, I don't know how it's moving quite as quickly as it is, but I feel like it's moving fairly fast. There is a lot of product still on this side, but I am trying to focus my brush kind of there, which maybe is why the pan is expanding more. Maybe because I'm trying to focus over here, it's just hitting this little portion rather than clearing up this corner. I'm not really sure, but that is kind of what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to lower this side so that it's a little flatter because I think that's what's gonna really take the time. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Like I said, I'm using it every single time I do my makeup, so it's not hard to make some good progress on it. Next up is my highlighter, which is from my NARS Atomic Blonde palette. This is in the shade Last Call, and I have been working on this all year. My original goal was to empty it, and goodness gracious, it's not gonna happen. But I have made some really amazing progress on it, thinking back to the beginning of the year and knowing just how tiny of a pan I had in there. This definitely is a lot of use, and I've done a really good job with that in mind. Keeping that in mind, just knowing how much product I've already used this year, this is a pretty great amount of progress, and I'm very happy. I feel like this is still a success, even though I'm not gonna finish it up. My goal is to continue using it, obviously. I wanna use it as much as I can through the remainder of the year and get as much pan as I can get on it. And then in the new year, I will probably repress it. I'm thinking about depotting this palette. I'm thinking about just removing the highlighter from this as well as the eyeshadows and just repressing this. I'm not positive about that, but that's kind of what I'm considering doing, just because I do have my singles palette where I could transfer these shadows, and then I have a couple of containers where I could repress this into them and not have this big package anymore. So I may do that. I will see what I decide to do, but I will let you guys know my decision and the finale, because I think that by the time we get to the finale, I will have used it enough to where it would make sense to repress it, just because the corners are getting a little harder to reach with my brush. So I'll keep you updated on that. Up next is my blush, which is from my Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. Now this is technically an eyeshadow, but I am using it as a blush, and that is the shade Eden. So you can see that the pan is expanding really nicely, actually. So originally it didn't have pan at all. Then I was using it for quite some time and I did hit pan. And now it is really honestly just flattening out. I think that's the major thing that's happening with it. It is flattening. It is dipped pretty far down. I can kind of see comparatively even to Musk. I'm gonna see if you guys can see it. But comparing the edges of Musk here, you can kind of see that there is a decent amount of product towards the top of the pan, whereas on Eden, there is a good chunk of pan showing on the sides. So I think that's what's happening really, is it's flattening across rather than going towards the center. So there's not as much product around the edges, which means that it's taking longer to show progress, but it is actually getting quite a bit of use. I have no clue how long it's going to take me to use up. Obviously, I'm not going to get it done by the end of the year, but I think we can get a good bit of pan out of this guy. I have a feeling that it's getting really low in that center area and it'll just start to kind of work away. So I'm going to see how much usage I can get on it. I use it, I would say I use it probably 5 days out of the week. The other 2, I tend to like to switch it up, but for the most part, I'm using it most days of the week. So it is getting usage regularly. And I do think that by the end of the month, by the end of December, by the end of the project, it will have a good amount of pan showing. I'm really happy with that. I do want to empty it out eventually, but this is a really good start. Up next is my liner, and this is my Bobbi Brown gel liner. I have been working on this since 2021 in an attempt to use it up. Oh, guys, look at how little product is left in there. Now, I am skeptical of whether or not I'll actually be able to finish this. There is just so much liner left in there that the only way that I'll actually be able to empty it by the end of the year is if I go in and like use it as a base for some shadow, which I am planning to do, but I don't know that I'm gonna do it very often, and I don't know that I'll be able to do it often enough to finish it. So that's kind of the predicament I'm in. I think I'm pretty close to emptying it. And again, if I could do it that way where I used it up, like a good chunk of it at a time, I may be able to get it done by the end of the year, but we'll see. I don't know if I can talk myself into doing that eye look where I do like a really dark eye and then do some kind of really intense shadow on top of it. That's just not my normal go-to look. So I'm really gonna have to talk myself into it in order to actually go for it. But I have one look that I'm definitely wanting to do with it. So we'll see. We'll see if I can actually talk myself into doing that this next month. So I think if I did that like maybe 4 times, so maybe if I could do it once a week, I could get this done along with just using it daily to actually apply like liner. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna see if I can find ways to use this up and see if I can finish it by the end of the year. I'm not thinking it's gonna happen, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, this last month I rolled in 2 shades from my Tartelette and Bloom palette. I just use these 2 shades. They are Charmer and Flower Child. I use them to set my lid every day, and you can see there's not really that much difference or progress or anything. You can't really see anything going on in there, but it is forming a dip right now. I set my eyeshadow every single day with some shade like this, just because I prefer that. I find that it blends the rest of the shadows much easier. And so that is what I've been doing. I just decided to roll them into this to see like if I could see any progress. I thought it would be kind of fun to do that. So I was using it anyways, thought I may as well roll it in so you guys could see it too. I've been using it every single day. Again, you can't really see too much change right now, but I think that maybe this next month, I don't know. They're getting pretty low, so there's a good chance I could have pan on them before the end of the year, which honestly would be ideal. I would love to have pan on them by the end of the year. So we shall see how that goes. On to my two lip products. I have my M Cosmetics lip gloss, and we are really close to finishing this guy up. Every time I pull the wand out, it is basically dry, so I'm really having to scrape the sides. I think I have not removed the stopper yet, but you can see all that windowing in there. I'm thinking that I'm going to remove the stopper here this month and see if I can get it completely used up. I may even give in to my personal side of just use it every day until it's gone. So we may be doing that. I may do that this next month just so I can get this used up. I really love this lip gloss. It's a beautiful formula. I am sad that they have discontinued it, but I'm happy to have it while it's here, and I will give it all the love it deserves until it's gone. Next is my Charlotte Tilbury Hot Lips 2 in the shade JK Magic. This one is refilled. You can see that the packaging is just it's basically done for. There is almost no design left on this, but that's okay. I still really like the component, and I like the fact that I can change it out and like just buy the refill and not have to buy new packaging. So this is where we're currently at. There is still no progress to be seen on this. I used it several times this last month. I really love this shade and I enjoy using it. So I have been using it quite a bit, but there is still no notable progress where I can mark it, and I've been just kind of keeping it in until I can mark it. Originally, I wanted to use it 40 times, but again, I'm not seeing any progress. I'm definitely over 40 uses on it, and I still haven't been able to mark any kind of visible progress on it. So I'm gonna just keep it in and keep working on it, but that's really where we're at with it, and until I can mark something, there's not really anything to update you on. Moving on to the two beauty products in this project, I have my C.O. Bigelow Rose Salve, and as you guys might have seen in my empties video, this is empty. I have finished this completely up. I am so excited about this one. When I rolled this in at the beginning of the project, I had over half of the product left in here, and I did not know if I would be able to finish it up. I really kind of doubted that I would finish it up, but here it is. It's empty, and I'm so excited about it. I would guess that I used this probably a total of like probably 300 times total in the project, which is a lot of use. And yeah, I mean, like I said, it was about half empty. So I would guess that all said and done, a minimum of 500 uses, probably closer to 600 uses to get this thing completely finished. So you definitely get your money's worth out of this. It's not my personal favorite, but it is good. So if you like these more petroleum-based kind of lip balms, you would probably like this. It would probably be worth it to you, but it's just not my personal favorite. So I won't repurchase it, but I know a lot of people who love this style of lip balm, so it is a good balm if that's your preference. And then the final product is my perfume, which is my Elizabeth & James Nirvana Amethyst perfume. This is decanted into the Pretty Fresh bottle because the other bottle broke. And here is where we are currently at. I still have a decent amount to go. I don't know if I can finish it. I don't know if I can finish it. I think I can if I make myself use it. I have been using it multiple times a day now, so I am pretty proud of myself for that. I've been using it twice as much as I remember to. I've got it sitting out on my counter, so I'm much more likely to remember it. So that is good because I am touching it. I probably reapplied at least half the time of the month. So I will do my best to remember to do that every single day and just apply it in the morning and then reapply in the afternoon because perfume does wear off. So, you know, it is fine to reapply. And I think if I do that, I can finish it. So I'd really like to have this one finished up by the end of the month. Fingers crossed that we can get this one done. And one more tiny update. I have been updating you on this nail polish throughout the year. I finally found it and I did use it one more time. I am done with it. There is still product in here technically, but it was so goopy and so difficult to work with. When you pull the wand out, the brush is like, it hardly has any product on it. It's not worth just sitting there swirling and swirling and swirling, trying to get the tiniest bit. I'm done. I have emptied this to my satisfaction and it is gone. So one more nail polish down. I do have one more Lights Lacquer nail polish in my collection. And then I have a nail polish that I recently got that was kind of an accidental addition. I didn't really mean to bring in another nail polish, but you may have seen me wearing it where it's a little bit lighter of a nail polish. It is a lighter kind of like whitish pink nail polish, so I will probably also try to finish that one up. But I'm down to 2 nail polishes now, and that is nice because I don't think the other Lights Lacquer will take me as long to use up as this one because it's more neutral, so it kind of goes with everything and it's much more my vibe. So yeah, that is it, and I'm very happy with all the progress this year. Again, not a ton to update you with this time, but at the end of the day, I'm really happy with all the progress that I have been making, and I'm excited to see what I can accomplish this next month. I feel like if I'm diligent, I may have several empties for you next month. So we will see. We'll see what that looks like. So that is it for this update. I do have one video idea that I wanted to run by you guys just to see if you would have any interest in it. I'm thinking of filming a little inventory tracking update for you. I track, or tracked because I haven't been tracking, but the way I track my makeup usage is in a Google sheet. And I need to update it for the new year so that I can actually start tracking again, because I do want to start tracking again. So I was thinking about bringing you guys along for that, and just kind of screen recording and showing you how I track my products, how I kind of keep inventory of them and stuff like that. So I was thinking about doing that. Let me know if you would find that interesting. I don't want to put that out there if you're like, no, that wouldn't really be fun for me. But if you would be interested in that, let me know, and then I will film that because I'm thinking of updating that here in the next couple of weeks. So yes, definitely let me know. And in the meantime, I will be filming a get ready with me life update video here in the next week. So you should be seeing that going live pretty soon. And then that's pretty much it. I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas season, and I will see you in the next video.